What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae, the first, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse, here today with Vinland Saga Season 2, Finally Legal, Episode 21.
Last episode was titled Pain. We seen the pain. We went through it. The battle ended on Kettle's farm, and Arnhide died. So, and Thorfinn, he wants to confront Canute. That was at the end of the episode. He wants to talk to him because he's fed up with all this shit. He just had a friend of his that just died, and that was pretty much a victim of a lot of the war, slavery type of thing, that kind of theme that we've been seeing within this season, especially from Thorfinn. That's pretty much it. I don't really want to get into detail because you guys know I don't want to, reopen a wound that's going to hurt. So, you got anything else to say before we head into this next episode?
Just one quick point, guys. For those of you wanting a longer recap or discussion, we did talk about it extensively at the end of last reactions video. You guys have been showing a ton of support. Thank you for the kind comments in terms of our discussions. We really enjoy having these conversations with one another and with you. So thank you for that. But it's like a very, 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 very quick point to end this off before we start. Our boy Shermaniac actually posed the hypothetical, which I think it's probably going to happen at this point. Canute is not going to let Thorfinn go back. Nope. That is a prize goose. That's your golden egg layer. Like, you lost Thorgil. You might have lost Thorkel. You can't let a third Thor person go away. So, nope. With that being said, guys, let's delay no longer and get into the newest episode of Vinland Saga, episode 21, right about now.
Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
That sound like the violins from Attack on Titan?
Look at that. Up all the bodies.
Oh, mid-jaw slice? I give it to Canute. He has kept this mentality consistent since he became the war chief.
Right. With Loki, like, what? This is what we do, my guy. This is the king. He told you what you want. Don't ask him anymore. Yeah, exactly. Listen.
I feel like it's interesting because, like, the way that they're kind of talking to one another, I kind of get the feeling that the Jomsviking might betray him.
All the bodies. But it's interesting, though, because, like you just said, he might end up getting betrayed by them because he acquired them and they're under him, but they could just be like, nope. So he better stop killing his competition and maybe ally with some other people, because got the sunlight coming in like Princess Yue and Avatar with Saga, but with the moon though. Yeah. God,
look
damn.
at this carnage.
Wow. You got boys that bled out already. Damn. You know something that I kind of noticed?
Is that her dad? The girl he was sleeping with?
Oh, damn.
I think it was.
Yep. You know what I noticed too, especially with that shot? I noticed that they censor in this, even though the censor is not really doing that much. Because you see from the nub right there, it's like really black instead of like red.
Oh, he's having his own flashback.
Yep. Wow. That's another crazy thing too, because like in wars, like throughout time, people have PTSD and they'd be looking at them like, what the hell's wrong with you? What is you tripping off of?
I don't think he was asking you. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be Olmar's decision?
Let me get that.
I'm on pins and needles right now.
Shut the man. You're a stupid ass dad. That's what I said a minute ago. They both flipped for me, character wise.
Oh, don't try to put the blame on him. It really isn't, though. Canute was gonna do this regardless.
Yep. Yeah, I'm about to say shit.
He's gonna go himself to Canute?
Name of the episode.
Shout out this voice actor as well. Oh.
Smart.
They've set it up to where there could be infighting between both sides.
I don't get her deal though. Like I understand Thorgo because he just loved to fight and all that, but like what's up with the mom? Like, yo. She's crazy.
I mean, I know we said this earlier in the
both
season, but it's like this is a different time period. I from today's perspective, I don't understand her perspective, but I guess if I put myself in her shoes back in that day, it makes a bit more sense.
I want to say I guess, but like it still don't to me though. Like genuinely doesn't make sense to me.
So the reason why I said that was in regards to kind of like the Norse culture of raising up men to go to battle. They also have to raise up the women to stay behind and take care of the family.
That's true.
Hell of a line, Spherical.
Yep. And this is different this time.
I mean, just compare his conversation with Thorfinn back in York versus his conversation now. Like, it's night and day. We just have so many people with eye patches.
For real. No.
I feel like this guy's gonna swing on Thorfinn. Is he gonna stop? And Floki has that connection? Yeah,
yep.
exactly. He gave me the scar. Yes. Huh. Is he gonna prove himself in this fight? Is that what he's thinking?
Probably.
You boxhead bitch.
Get your shit together. Weave, weave, weave. Boy, it's like Ali, man.
Oh no. Is he just gonna agree to take all this damage just so they'll listen to him? This is crazy. 25,
It really is,
30?
like, think about like the other side of this whole situation. Like, think of Thorfinn from back then. All he had to do is whoop their ass and then talk to him.
How many duels did he have
now.
with Askeladd? Like, he could beat anyone in a duel at this point. I would wager. It's not for Kettle, it's for everyone else.
Yep.
Love this OST.
Is this like a goodbye in a way?
It might be.
Because we're going through the whole season.
Oh, don't tell me the 100th punch he's going to survive, get knocked unconscious, and then they're going to take him anyway.
Yep. I can see that happening.
All right, Rokurota.
I'm about to say, everybody's a goddamn bear killer. This episode felt fast. Like 15 minutes max. Oh my god, the sound design next week is gonna be crazy with these punches.
It's gonna start cold open, doom, 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 squelch, bones breaking.
Yep. Just like with Arnhide. Oh my god. When they had the sound design going crazy with those.
I didn't want to
punches,
remember that.
I know, but I just had to throw it out there. I was gonna say that myself too, but I was like, let me just let it rock and see what you said.
Yep, that's it.
But this episode was cool. We got Olmar, he's doing the right thing by surrendering instead of being stupid. He's like, yeah, I know my family or whatever, they have this like Norse mentality, but like I'm through with that. I fucked up. I got mocked and I ended up taking the bait essentially and did what I did. So if I started this war, I can end this war. And I mean, makes sense. Even Snake and Spherical was looking at him like, yep, rock with that. Especially Spherical was like, yep, spitting kid, grandson. From on my end, it's really not that much to talk about for this episode, other than, I mean, what you just said a few minutes ago. It looks like he's probably gonna get beat up. That last punch, boom, knocked out. He gets taken, and that's pretty much it.
So it's interesting. They don't often use this motif in storytelling, but I absolutely love it whenever it shows up. And that is, some lessons are more costly than others. So in order for Olmar to essentially become a man, like Spherical said, it cost his dad's empire to achieve that.
Yeah.
I still need a lot more in terms of how Thorgil got to where he was, based on who we now know is the actual identity of Kettle, and how Olmar got to his location, or his place in this world, when he's the younger brother. So I know typically in raising a family, you make different decisions with your second kid than you did with your first. So I'm curious
you
how
make mistakes with the first.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm curious if Kettle just kind of like let his false alias kind of build himself up to a point to where he couldn't stop Thorgil from wanting to become this traditional Norse warrior or not. And then for his second son, maybe from the time he could talk, he's like, we need to be farmers. We are not about this life. I was not about this life. He didn't actually say that, but you guys get what I mean. So for just how they were raised, and then I think you brought this up earlier, but Kettle's wife, that's such an interesting dynamic, because it seems like, how do I want to put this? She doesn't seem to me presently like she is actually a character. She's more of an archetype of a traditional Norse wife. And, oh no, my wealth, the farm that you've built up, is going to go away. Okay, do you have your life? Do you have your family? Like, in that order, or even possibly for parents, like, they might flip that order. But, like, are you saying that both of your sons should go fight to the death versus the Joms Vikings?
Exactly. That's why I was like, where's the logic? But like you said, that's just the mentality that they have. So, you know, I guess that's that. One more thing I want to say is that I think it would be cool if we have a conversation between Spherical and Kettle when he wakes up completely and he's he can speak and talk about, because I feel like at this point, I'm not saying that his character needs to be redeemed, like it's whatever at this point, but I feel like it would be kind of cool to see that, because honestly, like, especially seeing Olmar, because he has similar tendencies to his dad. Like, they both are scared men. They've made certain decisions that a lot of people wouldn't agree with on whichever spectrum, end of the spectrum. But we can see he gets certain tendencies from his father, and seeing Olmar come around. I said it earlier in the episode that, like, at the beginning of the season, Kettle was this guy that we liked a lot. Olmar was like, okay, kid, like, sit down. Now it's like, I want to tell Kettle to sit your ass down, and Olmar, good job. So it'll be cool to see if, like, maybe Spherical can just talk to Kettle, because I feel like there's probably some things that he probably hasn't spoken to him about, because just by the fact that we see Spherical have these conversations with other characters, like, say, for example, with Arnhide, like his conversation with her about Kettle and his previous wife, I feel that it would be pretty cool to see Spherical have some kind of conversation with Kettle to kind of get him back to, like, reality, because the stuff he's been doing in the last few episodes, obviously, is like, come on, dude, like, you were tripping. You had chances to, like, stop what you were doing, yet you just kept on going and going and going and going. And also, another thing, Spherical looks like he's at pretty good health right now. I mean, obviously
he looks in better health. Yeah,
better health. Yeah, that's what I meant. But so that's pretty cool. And this Kettle that's in the bed right now.
So Kettle's comeuppance is coming. So one, he lost Arnhide. Two, he might have lost his vision with that strike. We don't know. His entire face is bandaged. Three, he might lose his dad, because his dad, even though he's looking better now, he might end up dying. Four, he might lose his farm, what he's built up for his entire life. And five, what do you have left if you're a blind, poor, old man? You have your wife that you might not even love at this point.
Yep.
I'm not going to say, like, your current situation for the rest of your life, that's equivalent to someone else's life, aka Arnhide's. But that's about as good in terms of a punishment as you can get, because you literally have nothing, and the only person close to you is someone you might hate.
And this is why Spherical is so good, because I think in this episode it was him that mentioned, like, you know, you can have all this power and stuff, but like when that's taken away, it's like,
what do you have?
Bad things happen. And back to his conversation with Snake some episodes ago, he was like, you know, both of us are lucky. We both could have been slaves in this world. So it's really like anything can happen to you in this world. And it's like, just because you have a certain position or whatever, or you feel that you have a certain right to something, sometimes, or in the grand scheme of things, you don't. Like Canute is the king. He's coming here. He's taking it. He's going to take it regardless, whether it's by blood or you surrender. So it's like, you did all this for nothing, really. So
yeah.
And just like you said earlier, like sometimes you just got to learn. Like Olmar had to learn, you know, the hard way about like, yeah, you're just not, this is not the life that you really want to be in. And same with your dad. You learned the hard way about, you know, trying to fight against the king and whatnot for your farm, for your passion. But it's like, yo, you're obviously going to lose this, like either way. So very good learning session though for this family in general, or at least half of the family. So that's cool. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say though on my end.
That was it for me, guys.
All right, so stay at the end of every video. Hope you guys stay tuned for more Vinland. We're going to have Vinland a few more weeks, and then it's gonna be through with in a month's time. So, but if you're new to the channel, you can also look at some of the previous episodes of Vinland and whatnot to just see our journey throughout it too. We rocked with the season a lot, so I think you guys will enjoy that as well. But hope you guys all please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video, and
peace.